Hello friends, it's Julie Norman, and today we're going to talk about how my trip went with my planning and my energy with chronic illness and all of those things. And this is the third time I've recorded this, so hopefully I'm getting this right this time. Last time you could only see me from here down. I mean, that's not the greatest way to view me, right? So this time you have my whole face. My husband and I went on a road trip back to Minnesota, so it's about 900 miles each way. And the whole reason was so I could go to my nephew, who is also my godson's, wedding. We really wanted to make sure that we were there for it, and I was able to do a reading. So it was really a special time, and I was able to see family on both sides, his side, my side, because we're the only ones of all the siblings that moved out of state. This is the first time I did a big trip like this when I had chronic illness. My printer's going off. I'm suspecting my husband said something. I discovered my limits. I found that I can only drive for up to 2 hours before I would get completely tired. And another thing that happened was right before we left, my husband had injured his toe. We didn't know if it was broken or whatever. So that morning we went to the walk-in clinic. Turns out he's okay and he could drive. Otherwise our trip would have been canceled. Actually, I probably would have flown out at that point. And I don't know if he would have come with or not with his toe. We needed to rely on him to do most of the driving. I discovered if I had, the first time I took the wheel, I went over 2 hours because I used to drive, 4 or 5 hours at a time. When I got out of the car, I was like, whoa, I was unsteady and I was really tired and grumpy, so I knew I had done too much and that wasn't a safe way to drive. So I figured now at an hour and a half, I need to find a place to pull over. And I had scheduled too much. I had scheduled sometimes 3 things to do in a day with people. I am an introvert and I have chronic illness. What was I thinking? I was thinking that I was not as bad as I was. And that was a hard lesson. I had to cancel some things because the first night in Minnesota, I was just exhausted and I couldn't sleep because I was in pain. And it was not pretty. And now let's get to the planning. I brought my planner with. I had that video about how I pack and what I was packing with, my pens and my Canon IV. And let me show you what I did. How much I journaled on this trip. Nothing. 0. Nothing. I would think about it. I would think, okay, I should be doing it. I should be documenting some of the stuff, how I'm feeling, the people we're seeing, some of the pictures, can print out some pictures. But when I start telling myself I should do it, the word should, it means that I don't really want to, but I'm trying to make myself do it. And that's how I was kind of feeling about this. Maybe it was because I was tired and overwhelmed and everything is going on. But, hello, Rooster. I just didn't. I think I looked in this once, and it was to look up a date, and that was it. Nothing to journal. I did, however, gather a few things, some brochures, some like the wedding invitation, some stuff like that. And yeah, we did go to the Duluth Pack store. We really like Duluth. If we had stayed in Minnesota, we probably would have moved up to the North Shore because we really love that area. But we didn't. We moved to Montana instead. Okay, so what does this mean? I mean, I did 0. I hardly have done anything since I moved into my new journal, which was, what date was that? April 5th. I've maybe done 4 pages. It's been over a month, and I used to burn up more than a journal in a month. Sorry about the rooster. Just going to keep going. So what does this mean? It means that my passions are moving on. I used to do all of this planning, paper planning, and journaling because when I was recently diagnosed, I was processing. This was my therapy. This is my way to cope. Instead of laying in the bed in pain, I would be able to sit at my desk and at least feel like I'm doing something. Since then, I've been feeling better. I'm doing less and less of this. which is kind of ironic, isn't it? Because I'm doing more stuff, less planning, but it, like I said, it was therapy. And so what is that going to mean to this channel? Is that I cannot guarantee that I'm going to have a planning video every week. It's getting into the category of should. I should get that one out. I have scheduled out videos, and the Tuesday planning videos are kind of blank, and the Thursday videos are like, I've got something out for a few weeks. So, I mean, you'll see stuff that's happened a little bit ago because of that. And so what's happening is I still will have some planning videos, but I can't guarantee when or how often. It's just simply because that's where I'm transitioning into different things. And I hope that you don't totally unsubscribe and cancel me out, because I hope that we've been together not long enough that we'll still be friends, and maybe you would like to come along on the journey and see something different, travel along with me, and we can still support each other. And continue just in our relationship, because I've so appreciated each and every one of you along this journey to where I've gotten so far, and you have all helped me to get through a really, really hard time. With the chronic illnesses. When you met me, I was just recovering from cancer surgery. I'm kind of feeling like I'm going to cry, and I didn't in the last 2 takes. I don't know what's going on here. Maybe it's Rooster. I just hope that, I would love it if you would just continue to journey with me. Give me a chance. I mean, maybe you do cancel later on and it's just not your thing. That's fine. But I hope that you'll try and come along with me. And what I'm going to do is do some more chronic illness. If I am doing the tag Living Life with Chronic Illness, then I should have more content with it. Although it is the underlying thread in my life, I'm going to do a little bit more talking about that. I'm going to continue with my antique booth. On Friday, I have a video about how I'm changing that up a little bit again, because I like to change things up, and that's part of this. I've changed things up a lot with this, and so it should not be a huge surprise that I do that with my life too. All right, so we're going to do that, and then maybe I'll have time now to talk a little bit more about Montana, living here, because there were a few of you that were curious about that. Maybe get back into writing once I clear out the mess, which I'm going to talk about on Friday, because I know if I really, really tried to do that one planner video a week, it would turn into the should. And maybe I will transition back someday. I'm sorry that it won't be, as many planner videos. And planner videos are what are most popular on my channel, so I kind of feel like I'm shooting myself in the foot. But at the same time, if I don't have the passion for it as much as I did, it's just not going to work out. I thank you for coming along on the journey with me, whether you stay with me or not. I do so appreciate you, and I hope that you have a joyful day, a joyful life. And I mean that sincerely. Goodbye.